station are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of Kingsley Broadcast Group, this station, staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
You have just entered the building with your boys, King and Fame. Welcome to Shock Talk with Random Ish, where conversation moves the nation, and no topic is off limits.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Now welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Smith.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. In the barbershop, it's Talking Random Ish. I am the lovely Starlight. Mr. King is behind the boards tonight.
What's the deal, Pepper?
Nothing much, sir. Nothing much. How was your week?
Long, hot, wet, tiring. And I can go on and on and on, but how was your week?
It's over. It's all the way over. I'm done with kids until the end of July, August. So yeah, it's official. It's over. I'm on break.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do with your life?
One, I'm gonna get back to speaking in a regular tone throughout the day. I can lower my voice again.
You yelling at the kids?
No, sometimes you just have to get the assertive voice so they know that you mean business.
So what is an assertive voice?
I have been known to, as some people say, mumble or whisper when I talk. So yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about now.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Anyway. But yes, so once again, this is the barbershop. It's Talking Random-ish. And unfortunately, unlike Mr. King seems to forget, our motto here is, say what you mean what you say. Don't be mean when you say it. He needs to learn that part. But, yeah, so...
What was mean by what I said?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So what do I need to unlearn then? If that was nothing mean about what I said, what do I need to learn?
You like taking shots at me, but it's okay though. It's okay. I know it's all
Define
done in love.
taking shots.
No, it's all done in love. Anyway, if you want to get in on this conversation, and we do have a doozy tonight, it is 404-603-8770.
And if you're in your mammy basement with the rotary dial phone, you can dial 1-888-926-7562. Don't worry, it's on us. We'll pay for it. Tell mama it's not one of those little nasty 999 numbers.
No, yeah.
You call it to the barbershop, man. Welcome to the barbershop. Like I said, ain't no conversation in the barbershop taboo. Once again, you see this beautiful lady that is sitting next to me, to my left. And I'm going to get this out your way, because I need you to see her.
Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
And fellas, you should have seen what she had on when she walked in. She had one of them things on.
It's sundress season.
Which I am at a point where I think I need to sign a petition to get them outlawed, because I think I got robbed the other day and all she had on was a sundress. And she kept swaying it back and forth. Couldn't really tell. And I think her whole thing was to kind of like let me know if she had panties on or not. It was the toes was out, and I think that's all she used to rob me with. So I think I'm gonna start a petition to outlaw the sundress.
Just so sad. So sad.
But she can have anything I had at the time. So I mean, you know, dog.
It's nice to know it's so easy for you.
Hey, man, it's something about that sundress, man. I want to thank somebody for that sundress. I want to thank God for giving whomever the strength and the ability to make these sundress. A talent that's, oh my God. And part of the shrinks made it on time. The other parts was being,
you know, sometimes
come when they get ready. Grand entrance, grand closing, grand beginning. Hey man, come on in here, man. You know what to do. This show is right here, man.
There's a whole lot happening. I realize. Come on through.
Blame it on everybody.
It's graduation weekend. People's going away parties. I don't know what's going on.
What's up, Crawford?
How y'all doing?
How are you?
So what you out here getting to it in these streets?
Man, I think my car hates me.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, yours too?
Yeah, I put so many miles on that thing.
Already?
It's rough. I got an oil change though, so.
Good.
Yay.
Hey, as long as you get the oil
Got
change,
at least
man,
another
keep it rolling.
5,000. Got at least 5,000.
Mm-hmm. It's good for another 5.
But Shrinks, how y'all doing, man?
It's a good day.
What makes the days good?
Well, it wasn't storming when I drove in.
That is true.
That is always good. I mean, because I got wet as hell the other day.
Mm-hmm. It
Yes,
was a bad day.
yes. 2 days, it was miserable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things are good. I mean, a lot happening, but things are good.
And I want to formally apologize for missing the open house.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes, you did not go.
I was sick, man.
He didn't.
I was sick, man. Oh my God. Some days I think I'm still sick.
I was about to say, are you better?
I mean, it's but yes, I really hate I missed that, and but I want to thank y'all for once again catering to me and my. I need you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's another good. Because technically y'all supposed to be here next week. Well, technically y'all are going to be here next week for a scheduled visit. But I had a situation come up,
Just gonna jump right
and I
into
think we
it.
might as well get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That's what we're gonna do.
well, I'm gonna hold on, and we'll be right back, and we're gonna get to it.
So, yeah.
I'm nervous.
You?
We're about to talk about it right
You, I was gonna come in here with a full-blown pineapple. Just gonna sit on the table. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
It's like
I wasn't ready.
now.
I wasn't.
Pineapples.
Ooh. I wasn't ready at all. Still not ready. But hey, once again, people in this shop, I'm telling you, tonight's show might be the one you really want to call in on. Because we would love to hear all kinds of conclusions and whatnots of the situation we are about to talk about. Y'all think they have situations on that other station here in the city. This one's a doozy. Once again, that number will be 404-603-8770.
Now back to why y'all are here.
Strawberry litter.
You know, one of those two.
Hey man, I was sitting around and kicking it, at the bar having a drink and having some me time,
in alignment.
in the night.
As you do. As
Hey.
you do.
Playing the vodka and me and a cat who normally is at the same bar that I am. We sitting around just talking, just having a conversation.
Shooting the breeze. As
And
you do.
I guess his drinks got a little stronger and stronger, and the stronger and stronger his drinks got, the more he started. He needed to talk, so he started talking. I guess I was nice this day. Dog was wrong. He went in to tell me what was wrong. Well, apparently, a couple of days prior to us having this drink, him and 2 friends of his, a married couple, decided to have a sexual encounter. So they all were willing participants, but as the sexual encounter went on, things got a little
Complicated.
different.
Very.
Got a little different. He was taking care of his friend's wife at the time, and at the time the friend was watching, but she became
Unable to finish.
unable to finish. So the husband at the time proceeded to.
Tag in.
It wasn't a tag in per se, but she wasn't as moist as one would probably desire.
Pineapple.
So he decided the husband, to spit in his hand and massage the man. And so while he was massaging the man, he also decided to give the man fellatio. Now, there's a whole bunch of problems in this. One, because he goes on to tell that he was not able to, because his hands were secured to the bed, and the wife had went from being on top of him to being sitting in here, this area, so he couldn't move. But as the story go on, he later told me that this was probably some of the best fellatio he ever had in his life. And my question is, now, and he's at the bar now because he's mad, confused, pissed off,
Discombobulated.
all of the above.
Flabbergasted.
Because up until that point, he's never had a gay experience. Up until that point, only thing he ever done was play with women. So now he don't know what to think. My question, not to him because I know he don't have the answer to this, but the reason why I directly wanted you here, Miss Jackson, and I call her Miss Jackson because every now and then I can be nasty, is he gay even though he has never had a gay thought, a gay desire, but in this moment he was very pleased by an gay act? Ha!
That's thank you for the story.
Hey,
First of
hey,
all.
hey! I try to get off a good one every now and then. I try to get off a good story every now and then. I told y'all it was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a loaded question because in order for you to, like, say, for instance, if you want to be heterosexual, you actually have to have the desire for the opposite sex. And so if you actually have the desire for men, then yes, I mean, that would make you, or I wouldn't say make you, but that would put the label, society label, of gay.
Okay.
Now, as far as whether liking it and then now trying to question whether or not that makes you gay, not necessarily. Now, telling the story, that was very brave. Because you could already have put in your mind what you thought of after you heard it.
Oh, my first thoughts was, hold up, dog.
Yeah.
When he touched it, this is, hey, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
This is done.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to do here.
Yeah.
We're fighting on something.
I think the hard part, though, is that he was bound. Had he not been bound and stayed for that, then this would be a different conversation. But having been bound, unable to move, I mean, maybe, what was his statement?
Was he bound and blindfolded?
Yeah, like, could he not?
Well,
Could he say, like, stop, I want that, get off me?
See, and I didn't.
That was my question.
I didn't ask that
He
question
got
because
swept up in the moment.
at that point, and see, that's what I'm. And see, and that's what I'm wondering is, did he get caught way in the moment? Because my first reaction is, what?
So, hey, what you doing?
Hey, what the? No,
This was
done.
not the agreement.
This is done.
Yeah.
This is a wrap.
This is
This is a wrap.
Not in the plans, sir. Not
No
in the
more. We
That changes the answer then. If he personally didn't say anything.
Well, it depends. I feel like, I know as an anxious person, sometimes my mind goes through a lot. And I'm like, well, if he was tied up, I guess no probably wasn't an option in his head because he's like, well, they might not like that. And then, that can go somewhere else. So he's like, maybe I should just go ahead and go with this just because. But,
he
it's
enjoyed
complex.
it.
He enjoyed it. I personally, this is not a professional opinion or anything, so people, it's not me as a counselor. This is me as a person. I personally think, I think the act can be separated from the identity in the sense of, it's about what he identifies as. And I know there's going to be a lot of women in Atlanta who don't like that because there are some guys who have, or engage in homo, what they call it,
Down low.
down low acts, or I'm trying to
Yes.
think of the other, there's another term for it.
Bisexual?
Not even bisexual, they engage in male to male.
And we gonna get
Yeah,
that question. That question is coming.
But they don't identify as gay, and that makes
There's
it
a
does
second
make
comment on
complicated.
that. That's different though.
Yeah, and so
Why?
I don't think
Yeah, you
he's
can't constantly
necessarily
keep engaging.
gay.
Yeah.
You can't constantly.
Consistent
At that
engagement
point,
is
you
different.
need to Just
And
go
so-
ahead and take
Just
the label.
accept that.
You know, they created new labels for these things, right? Somebody who just likes sex, regardless of where it's coming from.
Well,
Right?
that's that parallel.
Is that the pan? I think
The pansexual.
they transcend the gender associated with it.
There's a few different groups.
You know, we might call them Romans, I think. But
I call them hell no.
you know, everybody has their thing. So
Yes.
I think it's an interesting. It's funny because when you sent that text, I was like, this could only mean. I really thought you was gonna say like a thumb in the butt. I thought you were gonna tell me like a woman tried that to, and you know, everybody has their thing.
Yeah. That wasn't shocking. I need y'all in the barbershop right now, worthy. No, we've heard that story before. You know, no.
Does he want like? What does he want? So
He
he's
wants-
question-
no.
He wants this again.
No. In fact,
Right,
he has not
that's my
been.
question.
He hasn't been. He's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
talking
mess
about-
you up. It'll definitely
He's
mess
really
you up.
messed up, and he's. I think, and for some reason, I think he was telling me because I mean we've talked, and he knows that I have do this radio thing and da. He's watched the show or two, and so I think he indirectly trying to get me to find out an answer for him to help him to help him to get. But I mean, but he shook.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the conflict of me liking it versus me. This is what I'm guessing. It's the conflict of me liking this act, but I don't like the act
Right.
because this is not what I do. I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man's man. But a man just gave me some of the best and
So the question is, does the act take away from his
His
his masculinity, his manhood? And I don't think it has to. I know people who've gone to jail, and we even had this conversation, right? And I get in arguments with people about this. I believe, in jail sometimes they have sex, right? And there's no women in there. There's a male prison. There's no women in there. And they're not doing it because they like men. They like ejaculating. They like
True.
sex. And they just need something other than their hand to help them fulfill this end goal of ejaculating. And some skin-to-skin contact while they're having. And it's not... I've even heard stories of men who will put pictures of women on the backs of someone they're, violating, and
so it's okay, but
they don't identify as gay. No.
But they're consistent.
but okay, I don't care what you identify as. You are not.
I'm
And
just
everything
telling
I
you what
know.
I've heard.
Hey.
Yeah.
If we're gonna keep living in a world where they need labels
Mm-hmm.
or they prefer to have a label,
Mm-hmm.
just take the label. Like, I may wake up tomorrow and it's like, I don't identify as a human anymore. But if I'm still walking on two legs, I'm a human. I can't change that. It's like, it's okay if that's not what you want to say, but okay, we know what world we live in. Just take the label. People need it so they can understand how to figure you out. And it's more for other people
I was just about to say, I think labels
than
and
it is
categories.
for the person.
What you want?
Rick, Starlight, Eric, and
Share Lisa.
Shalisa.
Miss Jackson is nasty.
The Jackson.
Hi.
He nasty.
He nasty.
Yes.
Y'all making this way too complicated. If a guy finds any arousal, sexual arousal from another guy, at minimal, he's bisexual. And he needs to come to grips with that. There's no dispute about that at all. At minimal, if a guy finds sexual arousal from another guy, even if he's in the joint trying to fantasize about a woman while getting off on a guy, he's at minimal bisexual. And he needs to deal with that and not try to overcomplicate it. And the dude that Rick just described is messed up about it just because he's not accepting that he's like that. Period.
So even though he's never thought of this, never wanted this. This was not something that he sought out to be a part of.
Could he see what the dude was doing?
That's
From the description,
From what I was told, he could not see the guy.
we believe that the female was blocking his vision. However, from just the description of the story, he knew the guy was there, and he knew if he was watching the female and no other person had entered the room, there's only one other person, unless there's poltergeist in here, and then we not getting into that. Because if Casper wasn't around, we just not.
right.
But, you know, there was,
Go ahead, I'm cutting you off.
no, I'm just saying, there's no other person there, so I don't even have to see you. I know what's going on.
Mhm.
So I know for me, at that point, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about, okay, do I really need 2 wrists, or can I deal with one broken one? How many leg kicks can I get in? I'm fighting. I'm
Right.
fighting.
Like, what happened when he was released?
Now, if for some reason, you know, yeah, like, do you say, you know,
Confusion set in.
deuces, you know, do we hug it out? What do we do at this
You
point?
go home silently.
I don't know if we pound. I don't think we gonna pound and kiss goodbye. I don't know how
So let me. You know, I'm a little bit of an extremist. I really like to think outside the box, right?
Sure,
Let's say he was blindfolded, right?
okay.
And you know they played a little surprise game. I don't know. Yes, I know anatomically men and women have different structures, right? But I've always think, will you really know the difference in mouths?
I don't think so. And then also, I guess on that same token, my thought would be, how feminine was the female and how masculine was the male? Because even when it came down to the hand movement, he might have had a little tiny soft hand. Like, he could have been confused for a second. I don't know, but this is why I didn't want to think too much, because I'm like, now my mind is going, and no, I'm just back already out. No, I don't
She
want
might
to.
have long fingers.
Yeah, you know, like, I don't know, no, I'm good. She might have had a deeper voice, like, I don't know. He
Get over
might not,
here.
he might not have hit puberty yet. You
Get
know,
over here and
things
touch
can
it.
happen. You know, I'm confused.
He had to downplay it.
He clearly is at minimum bisexual. And speaking for myself, you know, it's like, you know, I got
yourself as a bisexual or
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Go ahead.
Speaking as yourself, how, Eric?
speaking for myself, I have my own preferences of women, and there's just some women that I'm just not gonna get involved with because I just like certain types of women, and I would not be in talking some crazy, foolish, in denial stuff if you know if some woman that I'm not attracted to normally, you know, did something and got me off. And be talking about like, oh man, there's something wrong with me because I don't even think about women like that type of woman. You know what I mean? But the dude's either in denial or that's gonna be my last comment on it. He's either in denial or he was lying about being in denial.
He downplayed it.
Yeah.
Up the rig.
That's where I thought that conversation was going.
I do too. I do too.
I really don't like.
Hey, yo, Rick.
Now that I've done this.
But all right, Eric. You know the protocol. See the cashier. Get out my bounce. What, man?
People like that. You still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
People like that, and I'm not just talking about dudes that like dudes or women that like women or people that like both. People like that lie about being in denial are the ones that are causing a lot of problems down here in society. Okay, it's like they won't come to grips out loud, and they want to try to find somebody to sympathize with them and let them lie their way through their feelings so that they can feel comfortable going into covert operations, being down low women and down low men. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
I know he gotta go.
I mean, you make valid points, sir. You know, thank you for coming in and giving very, very valid points tonight. So make sure you pay our cashier on the way out. Thank you.
Let me ask a question. Love you too, man. Can we as a society get to a place where we're okay with people acting in a way or being sexually free and liberated, right? Without having to...
Before we finish that thought, let's take a quick break.
Oh!
And we're going to come back and we're going to address... We can address all that.
Mm-hmm. I felt like it was something about homoerotic interactions and encounters. I said, is he talking about what?
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
I thought he was.
I said, or I thought he was gonna tell me somebody came on to him. I thought of so many scenarios.
I wanted to call the lawyer and the cop because I was like, wait, that's assault.
For a second, I was thinking, did he say stop?
That's
Did he say hold up?
It was like, this
Because
is
you know it's
Because
happening.
he might have said stop, right? And he's trying to figure out if he was wronged, but he got to kind of
exactly.
slowly
I was
introduce,
like,
hey, Rick,
you got a
you
suit here.
tell me something real quick.
But
Because, you know, not many men will say if they felt raped or
And a lot more men
violated
need
like
to.
it. Yeah.
A lot more males need to come out and be like,
If he
if
wanted
you
them
didn't
to
like
stop.
it, even if it was with a pretty female, if you didn't like it, own up to it, because it's going to stop people from doing stuff people don't like.
Now,
Exactly.
I don't know where the statistic is now, but back when I was undergrad, so this had to be 2010, maybe 2009, there was a statistic that said most heterosexual males will have at least 3 homoerotic encounters over their lifetime.
How many of these men
Or,
have been
so
in jail?
encounters or thoughts.
How many of these men have been in jail?
I don't know. See, that's what
Because
that's
I
all I
would
need to
need
find
that
out. Updated.
definite part of that
I don't
statistic before I believe the 3. I'm just saying.
No, at least, you know, hey, look.
You throw in jail, you be like, all right, I forgot y'all. Y'all want some passes for whatever happens behind bars. But
Yeah, this one of those. It's a tricky space because it's funny because I do believe. I tell people all the time. My wife hates this. I said, I know I like women, right? I like everything. If women just didn't have the upper part of the, well, they need this part. But if women were just legs and vagina, I'd be satisfied. I can do without the rest of y'all. No offense. Just legs, vagina, and breasts. I don't know where the rest would go.
apparently that
I like-
works.
I like
because-
I like vagina.
But apparently that works for people because there's
I
a
like a little
whole
mouth.
industry
I like a little
that
mouth.
sells
That's
parts.
fair.
I like that. I like the
That's all
mouth.
they
though.
do.
Yeah.
And they even make a full body now.
But look,
that sells
the
parts.
mouth is one of those pieces that can come with males. So,
No, I like woman.
He said, wait a minute.
I like
He said,
woman. Now, I don't. But
No.
see, this is the whole thing. I don't know what a man can do.
look.
And you don't
I
want
don't
to
care
find
to
out.
find out.
I want to know.
love woman.
I like woman. That's
I
what
love woman.
Yeah. In fact, I like.
Everything about a woman I like. I'm talking about from.
Yeah.
I like the
talk
smell.
Talk about it. Yeah.
I like the look.
The
I
walk.
like the touch. I like
Yeah.
the walk.
The softness of it.
I mean, it's
Right.
just
It's like grabbing a cloud and just
what. Yes.
washing it, bathing
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. And like when Prince said I can drink your bath water, this I'm talking about.
That's how much I
Yes.
love
You know
women.
what?
That's
Good job.
if two. No. If I was your girlfriend,
If that was
that's
your
that's
girl-
that's one of my theme songs because the whole thing of what can I pick out your clothes before you go out? That whole thing. Can I
You wanna
bathe
go out-
you? Can
I don't want to say that's too complicated. Just be naked.
Hey, no, it's something about the sexy
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
right before you get there.
There's
Mhm.
intimacy.
Mhm.
That you
That's
Not
not
just
that
about
part
the
is
sex.
good.
Hey, it's about
That
that.
Y'all are funny. Hey, Facebook.
Yeah, welcome back. We're still in this shop tonight. It's not random at all. We are talking some real ish up in here tonight. And once again, if you want to join in, it's 404-603-8770. Or for those still locked in the mama's basement. Hopefully, wait. Hopefully you're not there under, without your consent. We are talking consensual tonight.
Tied up.
Just need you 888-926-7562. So before break, Eric, you had a question you were
I did.
coming
I
to
should have
terms
wrote it
with.
down. But okay. So can we, as a society, get to a place where we allow people to be sexually free without having to categorize or label it?
Nah. So many people want to know. And they need
So-
a box to put you in.
So I
they
believe
need you to be able to check a box.
that's their problem.
This is true. If for me personally, I don't care because
Mhm.
whatever you do,
I ain't gonna
as
answer
long
that.
as it doesn't concern me and it's not going to affect me, all right, be happy, do you. I just need you to be honest.
Yeah, if we're involved.
Yeah.
If we're involved.
Even if we're not involved, just be honest.
I don't care if we ain't involved.
Honestly, if you,
No, only reason
I know what
why.
I like.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
what I love.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of that matters not to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say I personally would like people to just be honest with themselves for
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And it goes back to our caller Eric's comment.
Mhm.
Is because if you're not honest with certain things, like if you're wrestling with this, trying to figure out, oh wait, if I admit to this person is going to do this, then I already know you're already missing other things in life that I'm like, nope, I might need you to be honest about
Now,
some other
Star,
stuff.
You don't feel like it's a need to know basis. Whether,
Oh, it's a very need to know.
Oh,
I just
so-
need within yourself you're honest
Okay,
with.
okay,
So if
okay.
it comes up, you can
Yeah,
tell the
yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go out there and blab your business unless you just want to blab your business.
Yeah, I do both. I
But-
mean, can we still be friends? Like, if we just friends and we ain't
Yeah,
ever,
I'm
ever
like-
going to that place, I don't know why you
Sure.
need to know what I do in the bed unless
No,
I'm
we don't.
trying to get in the bed with you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
I think
Like,
it's just it's personal accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have enough responsibility to just own up to what you categorize yourself as, it doesn't necessarily have to fit into society labels. But if you can't identify yourself with the saying, like, I liked this experience, I want to do it again, I'm
Yeah.
confused because I might try it again, that's why I told you.
Mhm.
Because if I really was okay with just, this is it, and that's, I would have gotten up, you better not untie me, something's about to happen,
Yeah,
and then
we
I would have
fighting.
told you about my jail time because this is what happened. That would have been the conversation. But, oh, I'm
Mhm.
confused, this felt really great, and I'm not really sure. That means, I might do this again, and I really don't know why I want to do it again. Like, that's not solid, that's not concrete.
So if I sat on your couch with this, because I'm confused.
Mhm.
I am confused right now. I know up until that moment, the only thing I've ever done was woman. The only thing I ever done is woman. Then that happened. I need help here.
I would ask you to evaluate what it is that you really might like. Is it that you have been told that women are what you need? Is it that you've never really decided that you wanted to do anything else because that's what you've been ingrained with? The same thing with why people go to church, because you've been told to do it and you've been doing it for so long that when you actually have to evaluate it for yourself, you go, well, no, because it's ingrained in me and I don't want to explore anything else. And it would be the same thing I would tell someone, or have told people that have sat on the couch with bisexual thoughts and ideas and things. Most of that, it turns out to be consequences, like we already discussed. If you are out here doing things possibly raw, and then you go and you mix different types of sex and sexual freedom without actually owning it, you're more likely to spread stuff that you can't get rid of. There's a whole lot of different conversations that you start having where it's no longer about just identifying sexually. It's no longer just, okay, well, I want to have an experience and I really don't know, because your confusion, like you said, that indifference is going to get you into a whole lot of stuff that has nothing to do with whether or not you liked it or didn't like it. Like,
Bottom line, be safe
yes.
out
Always.
here.
Look here, man. Look here, man. I get all that you just said. It sounded real cute and don't be safe, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Look here, dog. I got a problem right now.
So I got you, Rick. So basically, what she's saying is, as counselors,
Mm-hmm.
our first point, other than building a relationship, is really to help you find meaning and what does it mean for you, because that's what's most important. That subjective meaning. What does this mean for you, and how does this stack up against your goals or what you want for life? Because
Regardless of what I think you should be doing.
Because what I think
At all.
doesn't matter.
At
What
all.
I think comes, it's there, and it definitely is our lens as counselors, but at the same time, that does not trump where you are.
Right.
Because I got to make sure we have to make sure we're clear enough to be able to help you reflect, help you process and evaluate, like she said, what that means for you. That's what I'm curious about. What does this mean for him?
Yeah.
And like Miss Jackson kind of went in a little deeper, but
So you nasty too.
Okay, Rick, can I?
Who's
She's
watching?
not.
Depends on
We were trying to go past that, but you had your moment. So can I share with them the slight part that was part of the story when he first mentioned it to me, that it made me think. And it made me think more on the lines of your typical, I'd say, African American erotic mystery type novels, where there's always a plot somewhere where something happens. Like, oh wait, you go back, after 4 or 5 chapters down the line, you be like, oh, I saw that back here, and I knew it should have been there, but now they talk about it. So, Agent Zero. No, wait, shouldn't call him that because he probably doesn't have anything. But the starter of the story has a fiance. It was supposed to be a couple event. Fiance backs out. He still goes through with it. And then because of him going through with it, this whole situation of why he's at the bar drinking his sorrows away came about. So I guess my concern was, can I get the fiance story? Because, like, did she know about this other couple? Did she know stuff? Was she setting him up? How did she feel about him? Like, I got so many.
My first thought was, she knew something
wasn't right
different about this couple was the reason why she didn't want to participate in this.
Possibly.
That was my first. That's the first.
Possibly.
That changes things.
I don't think that she was said because they're engaged. I'm going off the. I'm gonna take this. They're engaged.
She was testing.
They're in love. This is their lifestyle.
Yeah.
This is their lifestyle that they participate in together. So for her to be like,
now pass.
So they've already do this.
They've
Apparently.
done this before. Not with this couple, but they're in this lifestyle.
So the thing about that is swinging. There's a great.
Doesn't it lend
chance
itself to
that
that
you
anyway?
If we do have a call, somebody
Okay.
just walked in the barbershop. Get to hold that thought. We'll be
Okay.
right back to it. We got somebody in the barbershop.
What you need, what you want.
Okay, this is gonna get graphic.
Can you keep it FCC regulated? Can you keep it FCC regulated though?
No, I'm not gonna get you kicked off.
Okay. Proceed.
I'm pretty sure y'all got enough stuff to cut off some dumb stuff, okay?
Yeah, proceed.
The little bit I know about fear is that it doesn't work if you ain't in there telling the truth.
That's real.
At
True.
some point you gotta tell the truth, alright?
True.
And I got a friend that I grew up with, alright? We're all the same age. When we were 14 years old, we all liked the same type of girls, okay? By the time we turned, and now we like curves, a lot of us, but a lot of the girls hadn't started curving yet, okay? My boy always liked the slim pretty, which is, he wasn't really into curves that much, okay? Flash forward, be 25 years old, that dude still likes slim, pretty, girlish look, okay? But he ain't messing with no kids, alright? This dude came down to see me on campus once and he brought his girlfriend, but I knew who she was and some of the dudes on campus didn't know. I knew her. She looked every bit of 14, 15 years old. She was 25, okay? That dude understood the look that he liked. You follow what I'm saying? He understood what was sexually attractive to him, but he knew how to differentiate between what he wanted physically looking, because she looked like a kid in the face, and she didn't really have any curves, and she was she looked like a pretty teenage girl, but she was 24, okay? But because he opened up and identified with what he cleared it in his brain, what it was he was after, he didn't suppress and go crazy, and then start messing around with 14-year-old girls or 13-year-old girls when he was 25 years old.
So is he messing with 14-year-old girls now?
The type of dude that goes out there making trouble. You follow what I'm saying?
I follow what you're saying, but does he still seek the 14-year-old girl?
Yeah, like, is he still
Now?
looking for? Basically, put it this way: is he trolling baby gymnastics or Olympic gymnastics?
Nah, we deep into our 40s now.
Exactly. Is he trolling baby gymnastics or adult gymnastics? Is he going after like your Gabbies?
And his wife, although she is 36, she does look like she's a late teen, but he ain't been with nobody else but her. And
So basically, we don't need to start boycotting your friend. We don't need to put him on the boycott list. Okay.
So you,
well, he's normal in the sense that
You just had to clarify normal.
but he's not normal in the sense that he can't appreciate a fat 38 waist booty or a 100.
Whatever, Eric. Pay the cashier again and get out.
I make my
Bye.
Bye.
So if I hear
Always goes
E,
left.
if I hear Eric correctly, he's basically saying the man in our story, right, at some
He
point
needs to come to grips
needs to come to grips
Yeah.
with what he
but
likes.
is that men or is that masculine looking women? I'm always say
Exactly.
that.
Like
I'm
like
sorry.
now I need
There's
Yeah.
some
to
strong
know.
looking
There's
women
some
out
details.
here.
Exactly.
There's some
Like the
details.
same way I want to know the fiance side of the story. I want to know the chapters that relate around the woman, the chapters that relate around the man, the chapters that relate around the couple together, his previous issues. Like I need to know this whole book.
We don't know if they fought before she pulled out. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
has she had has she been involved with that couple before, and maybe the woman tried her.
Maybe
and
he
she
ain't like the
like
way
it.
she wanted the woman so much, and he's like,
Yeah,
he's
you
like,
know.
yeah, baby, we gotta get them. And then it could be a
It's so
million
much.
things.
And
It's
like,
a
was
lot.
there ever a situation before where maybe a couple they were with before got close to this, but they were able to, steal off situations?
You have
Like,
to
what?
know when you enter into a situation with 4 people, even 3 people, there is a chance
There's a chance
A
for a
fuck
whole
somewhere.
lot
to
of stuff.
have some stuff happen that you
Yep.
don't want to, and it's
Yep.
even if you weren't consenting to it, even if you didn't have the idea of it, the fact that they've done this before,
Comes with territory.
Yeah.
it's now making a lot of sense. Where this is suspicious because did this actually happen possibly before and it didn't follow through, or maybe he said no but he was curious, and then the second time that it happened, now he also went through with it.
He's like, I'm gonna just let it go.
Let's just have this
Just go
happen
with
this
it.
time. 'Cause there's no. In my head, I'm trying to understand that if it was actually assault, I didn't want this to happen. Then there should have been something that happened after the fact.
Exactly.
Because that did not happen, and now I'm confused and I'm trying to figure out what to do. That lets me know, well, you've either done this before, you were wanting to do it before, or
Well,
you
you
might have
knew
the
you at
idea
least knew it was an
that
option.
the swinging was gonna
You
happen.
at least knew there was a possibility
Yes.
that
As a
even
man, I see it differently.
Of
I
course
don't
you
know. I'm
do.
trying to look.
If you okay, so then
So-
let's put you into the
In the
situation.
situation.
Well, you
right?
can't put me in this situation
No.
because that would never happen.
Right,
so,
right.
so
no, but that's the thing.
I'm
though.
about to try to
If
put
someone
look,
tried, you're
I'm putting
fighting.
myself in
You
this
know you're
situation,
fighting.
right? We're in this moment, right? We're in this moment.
Hold on.
My fiance, my
There
wife,
you
they
go.
backed
Okay,
out, right?
Back up. Go ahead.
So we're in this moment. Me, this couple. I'm with the woman. I know what I like. I'm clear about that. If I'm in the moment, I'm somebody who doesn't like to break energy. Let me say that. I don't like to break energy. And if the flow is going, shit, what the heck? Oh! I stopped.
So basically what you're saying is, in the moment, you'd continue.
I can't say for sure, but I can see how one would.
So based on your previous interactions with people in moments that get like that,
It's
you
got
can
me in
see-
trouble with women.
Is that you could see how possibly it could happen where you were on that train and it kept going.
Yeah, sometimes that train of energy just, and so, fortunately, it's only happened with women where I've gotten in that kind of trouble.
So
So
once,
then, how would you see it differently?
So once the train kept going, where are you getting? What bathroom are you going into now? Once this train,
I'm trying to see
once
from this
this
man's
train-
perspective.
Hey.
And so look, so when the handcuffs came off, let's fast forward. So when the handcuffs came off,
Did
the
he catch
computer-
them hands?
He didn't catch the hands
Why
because the
not?
man was trying to figure out
Nope.
what happened.
No.
At this point, at this point,
No.
I felt that he was in shock,
Mm-hmm.
in confusion,
Thank you.
And he
and
would
what
have
the
the
hell
perfect
just
alibi.
happened, and
Mm-hmm.
he was in a fight or flight type of
Yeah,
thing,
it's
and he had to, because I don't know what. And
Y'all never been confused to the point of not doing anything?
Yes, just not doing nothing.
No, yes,
Yeah.
but
Walking away
Especially being
days.
assaulted. Yes.
He probably didn't feel like he was assaulted. He was trying to figure out, did I sign up for this? Wait a minute, maybe I led them to
Then why did
think
he
this
talk
was
to you?
okay. Because as a man, you have to sometimes figure out, like, dang, what I did.
So what happened with the fiance? Did he
Yeah,
tell
like,
the
I
No.
fiance yet?
she don't know.
No,
She
and,
not-
and I wouldn't tell her.
I probably wouldn't.
I
either.
probably would, and the reason why I probably wouldn't tell her because they have an agreement.
He broke the agreement.
He broke their agreement.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were not supposed to do these things
Oh,
outside of each other.
So now he's going to not only live with a lie, of what happened,
He
but
can
a
get past
lie in his fiance.
See,
Yeah, we can get,
See,
we, can
there-
get we can get past that.
Yeah,
line.
y'all
We
can get past
that.
that. No.
As
I
long
don't
as
think
she
he
don't find
can.
out.
I don't think he can.
This-
That I think that's part of his turmoil.
Oh,
Because
what's
now
your,
he's
what's your
realizing.
address and phone number? Oh, I can talk this out. We will get this. I will work this out.
Yeah.
In fact,
So,
get
but
that
what
information
is
anyway.
he? Okay, so
Mhm.
with that, fiance don't know that he crossed that line. What if she was actually into the couple, but she just couldn't make that event?
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to now revisit
Right.
this arrangement. What does he say then is what I would like to know. Because, like, if you was all involved in, like, hey, let's do it, now you come back like, nah, I'm good, I don't know. That's going to put another bug in her mind, like, but wait, the last time you was good, and then now you've been acting funny, so why you don't want to do it now? Because now you going either you continue to lie, so now you're building a marriage and marriage on lies, and it's like, if y'all were okay with it in the beginning, yeah, it's breaking the code, but if y'all were okay with it in the beginning, he should at least give her the benefit of the doubt of thinking, okay, if I just go ahead and lay my cards on the table, let her know I messed up, and the situation went all the way left,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, just maybe, because that's already part of their agreed upon couple lifestyle, he could get a pass, and at least then they know from there on out, I'm never gonna not do something without you.
Right.
You don't ever do something without me.
This was karma.
And it's like,
Because
he
he ain't had nowhere for his hands to go. He's like, where my hands to go? Oh. But no, I respect that. I think, and especially when people are participating in lifestyles like that, even with like polygamy, polyamory, right?
Everybody
Communication is a big piece
Exactly.
of it. And so you're right. I was playing devil's advocate. He should tell, and honestly, I think telling his wife or fiance or whoever she is to him may actually help him kind of
Yeah, because I think that's part
figure
of
out
his,
what it means for him.
he's trying to figure it out. It's like, okay, you already
Mhm.
got this in yourself where you're
Mhm.
trying to figure out, what do I tell myself? Then underneath that, you got to lie.
Mhm.
Then underneath that, you got to lie that could mess up a relationship. No telling how long they've been together.
And then that
So-
goes with what Eric said.
Exactly.
The
So,
caller
like,
about
even the same,
bisexual
it's like,
nature, yeah.
it's like, okay, even if that's what you are, fine. Do you. But is it the fact where he already knows or already thinks? So it's like, I still think it's fair. You're not giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
right.
Because even if she would be like, okay, here's your ring back, I don't want nothing to do with you, she has every right to be told.
Mhm.
She has every right to be
Mhm.
put up front. And I think that's just across the board, period.
Yeah.
And I say that even like how y'all were joking, like, most men, if they mess up, they just like, nah, we ain't telling. Honestly, just give whoever you with the benefit of the
Mhm.
doubt.
Because she might be
Just
with it.
be
Mhm.
exactly, or even if she's not with it, she may actually be a person who can give you the forgiveness pass and forget it. Like, not one of the ones that's gonna throw it up in your face 2 weeks later, this, that, whatever. But actually be somebody that be like, okay. And like, yeah, I'm making grovel a little bit in the beginning or whatever. But now I'm gonna go ahead and forgive it. We gonna hope this never happen again.
Yeah.
If it happen again, ain't no second chances.
Uh-huh.
But that's just for me thinking. But I'm like,
I'm a man. I'm stupid.
yeah, we know.
I'm not telling you. We made an agreement. I broke the agreement, and I'm gonna take it to my grave.
What if she breaks the agreement?
Hopefully, she don't tell me, because what I don't know won't hurt me.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
What if she catches something and doesn't tell you?
We got a problem, because eventually that's gonna come out.
Yeah,
We
see,
gonna-
that's
we-
that's.
you- I mean, this is my this is me in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
We all grown folks here. If I love you and you love me, we gonna make sure that each other is taken care of.
Yeah.
Bottom line. I don't want to know. If you're good enough to keep it there. But once and vice versa. If I do something wrong and that need to be handled. You need to handle however you need to handle it. I'm gonna handle it the way I'm gonna handle it. But I don't want to know. That's just me.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
10 whole minutes.
Yeah.
10 whole minutes left.
It's a tough one though, just because there's so much we don't know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's some holes in the
I think
story.
there's so much we don't know. And of course we're just speculating, but in the context of therapy, right? By the way, we'll give you that information in a second. In the context of therapy, though, it really is about that person's subjective experience with it. I would be interested in, you know, meeting this person just because
Mm-hmm.
I would like to help them sift through some of this. You know, of course,
Yeah.
Miss Jackson might be the best, but this is all for my own personal.
But no, I understand what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
We're
Yeah.
trained that way. We're trained to
Mhm.
see that. I have had probably every kind of sexuality training. That's exactly what I like to do. That's what I like to talk
Mhm.
about. And I know that in doing that, you have like a subjective idea of things. You have a whole lot of stuff that you have in your own head, and you
Mhm.
can't have countertransference onto a client when they come to you.
Mhm.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing. Like if I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I'm a doctor and I don't like white people, and then I only want to help someone that I like, and I tell you, nope, I can't serve you today.
Yeah.
You're dying on the ground. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't take you to my
Yeah,
office and
not
help you.
good.
Like that's not
Yeah.
gonna work. So it's the same
Mhm.
thing. Like we are trained to take in the idea of possibility and
Mhm.
bisexual and homosexual and heterosexual and all that
Okay.
other stuff. But
I have a question, or
Sure.
I guess like kind of these last couple minutes before we get out of here. For what you do is helping people through their sexuality conflictions or just understanding themselves that way. A lot of people now are so stuck up on, oh, this is my preference, this is my preference, this is my preference, and like how Eric said, you know, that his boy, that's all he liked physical wise,
Mhm.
and he was stuck on that. What if he was in a situation where he kept trying to get that, but it didn't want him, or it was giving him hardship, and it's basically making his life like a living hell? How do you have somebody on your couch like that and just help them realize maybe you should be open to something else? Maybe what you like ain't for you.
right there, what you just said.
But I'm saying, like, people don't get that because they get regular people to tell them. It's just like, I know y'all have people that hit y'all like that. It's like, how do y'all get them to understand?
And some people, and it's funny because I have someone like that, but some people just never get there. And I think our job is, I think some people just come to therapy. They come to get the help, but I think the process of therapy just helps them get through those moments, and that's what we do. We're helping you get through a moment and helping you build skills, because when those feelings come back up, we can't necessarily control our feelings or how we respond emotionally to
Mhm.
something, but we can help equip you with some skills to ride that wave of emotion.
I just,
Some people just like what they like.
yeah.
And the tough part is, because now you get into this whole control complex, we can't control if what we likes us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I just think, like, just seeing the way the news has gone lately, it's like if people could understand that, yes, you may want this, but like you said, you can't control if it
Mhm.
likes you, it would calm a lot of the whole
Mm-hmm.
angry mass hysteria, either shooting or,
Yeah.
you know, murder, suicides, like,
Mhm.
stop, go talk to somebody, figure it out, or just try something else.
Yeah.
If maybe
Agreed.
it might work for you. So, how could the lovely people of Talking Random-ish family get in contact with you?
ATL Psychotherapy and Consultant Services. That's at 5835 Campbellton Road, Atlanta, Georgia 30331. What's our phone number?
Sweet 102.
Oh, Suite 102. I always forget the suite. And our phone number is 404-941-7326. And you can check us out at atlpsychology.com.
And you can also find them back here again next week.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in the Polly Shop for a
Yes.
regular visit.
Or
You know.
part 2 if you like.
Yes, yes.
So,
Miss
yeah.
Jackson, what can we find you?
Sinclair James on Instagram. I love following back, so feel free to go on there. I'm very active on there. I have a Facebook account as well, Cherlisa, Cherlisa Jackson. That's also CherlisaJackson.com if you like. You can visit that, and there's different websites for therapy as well.
You might need to do like a Miss Jackson something.
Miss Jackson. Hopefully. It's gonna be hard to get married one day and let go of my name.
Yeah.
Unless you meet a man whose last
I
name
know,
is Jackson.
I know, right?
It's very popular.
It is popular.
It
Yeah.
is very popular.
And it's possible.
And then you get
She ain't too good.
that too. That too.
That'd be real nasty.
Then
Just-
we
just
be into
tell you,
having me
you
as a
know.
conversation. I'd be in the barbershop.
Mhm.
You know, hey, Mr. Eric, can they find you on the medias of the social?
Yeah, but mine is not as easy. So until I figure out an easier tag, because Eric L. Crawford is just so hard to own, because I happen to be the only black person with that name.
I was about to say,
But
it's a very popular name.
let me tell you, if you look it up,
Oh yeah.
I'm like 90th in line.
Hey, that's like for me. If I Google my real name, I'm either a dead white woman or a Hispanic lady. So yeah. I'm like, I'm not going by my
Yes.
real name on any of this stuff.
And I wanted to for the longest. I said I wanted it since I was 8.
Yeah.
And now
Well,
I gotta
what
let
about
it
Crawford Eric?
go. No. They got Eric L, they got E.L, they got it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know, blame
Eric the counselor is even taken.
blame your parents for giving you a real name. Blame your parents. It's their fault. It's their fault.
We're gonna have to talk about names one day. But yes, people, you know, if the sex ain't related to you, you know, let people, you know, have their thing. Ask questions though if you're really worried. Ask the right questions. I think we are in a society that doesn't really date well, so we have to get in the
We don't
habit.
ask the real. We don't ask the real
Mhm.
questions.
What is
Exactly. Can we have a what
Can we
is
have-
dating?
What is
Can that be next week?
So
Sure.
we need to
Can
have
that be
it.
next
Yeah.
week?
Because
Yeah.
I need to know.
So, you know, I'll try my best. It's a process of getting to know a person, and actually it's a process of categorizing where a person fits in your life. I think dating happens before we actually are in relationships. I think dating is the
You date
process.
yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And you're figuring
And
out
it
where
should.
people fit into your life.
it should. It's just
None of us do.
I don't like that.
Self-care.
self-love.
ATL
is important.
psychotherapy and consulting services.
You're so over you.
I'm so
Really? On that note, people, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Like we said, tonight was really about some real ish. It wasn't random at all. We had a point. We got to it. We helped you all learn some things. And if nothing else, if you were wrestling with anything that might have gotten tackled tonight, we just hope you're able to be truthful with yourself. That's all we care about. Just, you know, be true to yourself. Do you
There you go.
and be safe.
Mhm.
It's about that time, about that time, about that
Do
time.
you and be safe. I like that. That's
Clean the
good.
flow, sweep the flows.
Turn off the
Don't let
lights.
the shrink clean the blast phone. The shop is closed.
Do you and be safe. That was, yeah.